Order. Senator Watt. Senator Paterson.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister representing the Treasurer, Senator Cormann. Can the Minister please update the Senate on the government's plan for a stronger economy, to create more jobs and to guarantee essential services?
The Minister representing the Treasurer, Senator Cormann.
Thank you very much, Mr President. I thank Senator Paterson for that question. I'm pleased to advise the chamber that this year's budget shows that we as a nation are turning the corner on Labor's legacy of deficit and debt. Our economy is strengthening. Our economy is strengthening.
Order.
More jobs are being created. Our budget is getting back into surplus, and we can now start to pay down the debt that was accumulated on the back of unsustainable spending growth locked in by the previous Labor government, in particular the previous Labor Finance Minister, Senator Wong. Funding for essential services is guaranteed within the budget through increased revenue on the back of stronger growth rather than higher taxes and more jobs, and by ensuring that the government lives within its means. The budget is the 6th consecutive update that charts a course to surplus by 2020-21. As a country, we are no longer borrowing to fund recurrent expenditure. Real expenditure growth has been limited to 1.6% over the forward estimates per year, the lowest of any government in the last 50 years. Under Senator Wong, it was 4% per year on average above inflation. We are projected to pay down more than $232 billion of government net debt over the next decade, taking government net debt down to 3.8% as a share of GDP over the medium term. The budget is projected to return to balance in 2019-20, 1 year earlier than previously expected, and with surpluses growing to more than 1% of GDP from 26-27. Don't take my word for it. Ines Willox, CEO of the Australian Industry Group, has said that our budget, and I quote,
Order.
the budget will give business and the community confidence for the future and is cause for optimism. Mr Willox went on to say, and I quote, that the government has moved to take advantage of the economic improvement now underway by proposing tax relief to business and households, as well as a significant boost to infrastructure spending. This strategy is anticipated to drive further growth in activity, real incomes and job creation.
Order. Senator Paterson, supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. How will the budget provide tax relief to working Australians and small businesses?
Senator Cormann.
Thank you very much, Mr President. As a result of our sound economic and fiscal management, we are now able to provide tax relief to reward and encourage working Australians, to help them deal with cost of living pressures, to address bracket creep, which is a drag on economic growth, and to simplify the tax system. Our 7-year personal income tax plan prioritises lower and middle-income earners who will be provided with tax relief of up to $530 per year. Our plan also delivers a tax system that encourages aspirational Australians to get ahead, to take on additional work and seek advancement, knowing they can keep more of their extra income. We are extending for a further year the $20,000 instant asset write-off for small business with a turnover of up to $10 million. And of course, we have legislated tax cuts for small and medium-sized businesses. Danita Warren, CEO of the Master Builders Australia, said reducing the tax burden on households and small business is good for the economy and good for builders. People may decide to renovate their kitchen sooner or buy their first home faster. It is also great.
Senator Cormann, time for the answers expired. Senator Paterson, final supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. What are the key risks to job creation, economic growth and returning the budget to surplus?
Senator Cormann.
Thank you very much, Mr President. The biggest risk to our economy, to jobs and to return and to getting the budget in a stronger position into the future is Mr Bill Shorten. We've got to remember, when Mr Bill Shorten and Mr Chris Bowen lost government in 2013, they left behind a weakening economy, rising unemployment, a rapidly deteriorating budget position, a budget position that was deteriorating by $3 billion a week. And of course, now they haven't learned from their past mistakes. Bill Shorten's anti-growth, anti-jobs agenda would again take Australia back to where we were in 2013. A weakening economy, rising unemployment and a rapidly deteriorating budget position, because lower growth means less revenue for government, means higher expenditure on people on unemployment benefits, and that is of course precisely what Labor caused when they last were in government. That is not where Australia needs to go.